What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. So in this video, we're going to be talking about Ambush LINLIN, which is, in my opinion, like either the first or the second best free-to-play character in the entire game. And I've talked about it extensively in other pieces of content that I've made, and I always say whenever this content is around, you need to farm this up. Ambush LINLIN is very important. She is just making your teams so much stronger, as well as applying amazing utility and great orb manipulation. So before we get into the video that I have for you guys today, I want to quickly talk about Ambush LINLIN, and once again, just reiterate to you guys how powerful and important this character is. So Ambush LINLIN is a Psi powerhouse driven. So for her classes being powerhouse and driven, those are the two classes she is mainly supporting. But remember, if you have like a Psi team, right, you can run her on that. Like White Beater Marco, for example, you know, running a Psi int team, this character is still perfect for White Beater Marco. Just a hypothetical situation. Now, talking about her stats across the board are actually pretty good. If you do get this character, I probably would suggest giving her cotton candies, as I have done here. But let's go through her abilities. So her captain ability boosts powerhouse and driven characters' attack by 2.75 times and makes their recovery slots have matching slot effects. Most of the time you're not using her as a captain, but look, if you do have to use her as a captain, powerhouse and driven is actually a pretty good class combination to boost. There's lots of good powerhouse driven characters in the game, but only being 2.75 doesn't really help out too much. So that's not really that important, but her special ability is obviously the key here. Now, she does have a limit break, so ideally you want to farm up, you know, at least 9 copies of the character, 1 copy to level up, and then 8 copies to feed into this character because of her limit break. But personally, because of how difficult this island is, what most people did is they picked up enough copies to rainbow the character, and then they used the almighty manuals to max out their skill, which I think is a pretty fair thing to do considering how good this character is, and I think it is kind of worth it, unless if you want to go all out and farm it up as much as you possibly can. Getting back to the special ability of this character, 13 turn cooldown, reduces your crew's attack down, bind, and despair duration by 6 turns. Then it changes your character's slot and the adjacent slots of this character into recovery. And if you hit at least 12 hits during the turn that you activate the special, you're getting a 2.25 times attack boost for the next 3 turns. So it might seem a little bit confusing as how that attack boost works, but you know, when a character attacks, like if you look at this Ambush LINLIN, she has a 4 combo hit. Once you hit 12 combo hits, you get a 2.25 times attack boost, and that's going to be valid for the next 3 turns. 2.25 attack boost on this character is so strong. And look, most of the time, your last couple of characters are going to be your significant hitters anyway, so it doesn't really make too much of a difference where, you know, only, you know, the second half of your team most of the time is getting the boost of this, but it's the amazing utility and orb manipulation you're getting here with attack down, bind, and despair removal by 6 turns, which is so good. So if you have level 3 bind and despair sockets, it's at least 9 turns removal with this character, and the 6 turns attack down removal is great as well. But then you get the orb manipulation, so her own orb and adjacent orbs are recovery. Most teams are going to be treating that as beneficial. If you're using her on a powerhouse team, you can run the Zunisha ship, which automatically makes recovery beneficial. So there's so many good utilities for this character. You need to farm this character up, and in this video today I have one example team for you guys. It's not the easiest team to build, but it gets the job done, and I wanted to go ahead and use my boy Mr. Slam Jam once again. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. So getting into this video, we have V1 6+ Katakuri as per usual. Now we are using Kaido as a friend captain here, and the main reason for that is because this particular clash that this ambush is on is pretty difficult. This raid Big Mom is no pushover. It is a pretty challenging event, and Kaido helps out a lot here because of clearing all of the bosses along the way. Definitely makes it a lot easier. Now this team could probably optimize probably a little bit more, but the thing is I like to have Perospero on this team. He's actually really useful because on turn 1 of the Big Mom fight, having that 10% health cut that he provides actually enables you to kill that Big Mom because of the attack down that's still inflicted to your team. You could potentially use something like Coliseum Hody Jones. That could actually be an option that you could run because you could remove a bunch of different stuff and get the 20% health cut as well. But the thing about this Big Mom stage is that On stage 4, you have the two different variations. You've got the Daifuku and the Bavarois on stage 4. Either one of those guys is pretty annoying to deal with. But then when you reach to the boss stage here, Big Mom, not only once you kill her on stage 1, but she'll revive for a second turn, which does make things relatively challenging. If this Big Mom didn't revive, holy crap, like this Big Mom would be so easy, but the fact that she revives definitely makes it a big issue, especially because you are hit with 99 turns of burn as well. It does make a big difference here. Now, as for support characters, there are no required support characters aside from Raid Ace that is on the Whitebeard. Now, you see, I'm not running 6+ Whitebeard. I'm actually running the 6-star blue Whitebeard. The reason for that is because 6-star plus Whitebeard will actually not proc the support ability of Raid Ace because you need to use a damage dealing or health cutting special in order for it to activate. So unfortunately, you have to resort to the original 6-star version, but it still works quite fine with the original 6-star version. Very, very good. We have time skip Nami to get around a lot of the effects that will be inflicted on us against Ambush LINLIN. She's not a requirement against Raid Big Mom at all. And then the dual unit of Vivi and Rebecca is actually really good here because you can have their switch ability to get that constant heal, especially against the Ambush LINLIN fight. Just getting a free 2.5 times chainlock whenever you want is just ridiculously good. And the fact is Vivi and Rebecca, when you use their special ability, they remove all turns of Rainbow and Blue Shield. And the thing is Ambush LINLIN has 99 turns of a % damage reduction. Like, she constantly reduces damage received by 30%. So if you have Vivi and Rebecca, you can always remove that shield, and it does make things a lot easier. The only problem is that with Kaido Friend Captain, you kind of need it to get through this content with Big Mom. But the problem when you actually get to Ambush LINLIN is that you don't get much time to stall. If you could stall for your specials, like, this fight is really, really easy. But unfortunately, Kaido doesn't allow you to do that, which does make things a little bit more tricky. So anyways, we're going to leave it at this. There's pretty much not really much else I really need to say here. Ambush LINLIN, I'd say, is the easy part of this video. The more difficult part is Raid Big Mom. Once you get past Raid Big Mom, you shouldn't really have too many issues with Ambush LINLIN herself with this particular team. But anyways, I'm going to leave you guys with the rest of this video. Hopefully this helped you guys that are trying to farm up Ambush LINLIN. I'm not really too sure if I have another team for you guys in the coming, hours or anything, because I will be a little bit busy. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today. And if you guys did enjoy it, make sure you go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.
大丈夫よ。返しなさい。そうよ。
もう立つな。